Hello, good people. This is your guy, Mr. Educator, Mr. Communicator, Mr. Free Thinker, coming back at you live once again from the Lone Star State with another edition of the Media Mike Speaks. All right, good people. One of my subscribers sent me this story. I didn't even know this happened, but things do happen. But I want y'all to take a look at this. Now, this is, I don't know. The police need to rethink some things. But I did see the video, and the video is too graphic to show, but to a certain degree, some of the still shot photos, viewer discretion is advised. But I just think the officers here, to a certain degree, dropped the ball. But as you see in the title, officers ran off after firing stun gun that set man on fire. Now, I'm going to tell you about this story here. It happened in upstate New York. I used to live up there, actually, and I worked up there back in the early 90s. I was a New York State investigator for 2 years. So, up in, matter of fact, Syracuse, such a coincidence. But, good people, let's take a look-see here. Police video released Friday shows a man on fire after rubbing hand sanitizer on his skin when a police officer used a stun gun on him at a New York police station. This happened back in October, good people. As part of its investigation in Jones' death, because that's the young man's name, his name is Jason Jones, the Attorney General's office made the security footage public. An investigation is launched after any death involving an officer under state law, according to Fox News. Now, on October 30th of last year, Jones walked into the police station from a bar close by. Now, maybe he may have been intoxicated, I don't know. According to the Times-Union, in the security footage, Jones is seen taking his hoodie and undershirt off, throwing a shoe at a table, taking items out of his pockets, and knocking a jug of hand sanitizer over as 3 police officers watch him. Now, I guess he was allowed to just walk into the police station. I guess you can do that. I don't know, and I don't know. And they just looked at him. Really? Okay. Now, then a few minutes later, Jones picks up the large hand sanitizer and squirts it on his back and head. But when an officer uses his taser to subdue him, there's a flash as Jones bursts into flames. Now, I did see the brief video. They didn't show exactly his above the neck being on fire, but they cut that out. But they showed the officers looking, and they, according to the title, they just ran off. Okay, that's the part that gets me here. Now, Jason Jones, 29, is seen with flames on his upper back and head, rolling on the floor in the Catskill Police Station lobby, according to security footage released by the state's Attorney General's office. Jones can be seen rubbing his own head to put out the flames after the 3 officers in the room left. So they left the man to burn to death, or burn up, I would say. No one jumped in to stop him, but we'll talk about it. Just, okay. After the flames were out, one police officer comes back and appears to pat Jones' upper back and head to assist him. Okay. Jones was on fire for approximately 25 seconds, appearing to have burns on his upper back, the area a bright red in the security footage. That's, what they show. He was in intensive care for 6 weeks at Upstate University Hospital in Syracuse and taken off life support in December. So he passed on. Now, according to the Jones family attorney, he died on December 15th. The village police has a use of force policy mandating officers to account for environmental conditions or exigent circumstances before using anything more than a firm grip, according to Fox News. The Times-Union reported that the officers were apparently unaware that hand sanitizer is combustible. The chief described the incident as horrible, unquote. Okay. So hand sanitizer, I would say, is flammable because it has some degree of alcohol in it, because alcohol a lot of times is used to sanitize things like razor blades and such. When people, when men shave, or women too, probably, they use the alcohol to disinfect the razor. But these officers, I guess, did not know that. Better yet, they just ran off. Just ran away. Now, good people, as I stated earlier, I used to live in upstate New York back in the early 90s. I really don't understand this, especially with the part where I keep saying the officers ran off. They simply ran away. I mean, I guess it's like fire, run, not let's try and put the flames out. And to simply not even know or think that hand sanitizer may or may not be flammable is quite concerning. You see, the police may have to rethink the use of tasers. I mean, what if someone has or is heavily intoxicated with hard alcohol that sometimes is combustible? The use of the taser just may set them ablaze. Now, I believe this happened in France, where the officers tased a man and he caught on fire. This is not good. Now, what do you think, good people? Should these officers be charged? Will they be sued? Could they have prevented this from happening? I don't know, but I certainly would like to know the outcome of this investigation. Well, until next time, this is your guy, Mr. Educator, Mr. Communicator, Mr. Free Thinker. Subscribe, share, and like to keep me rocking on the mic. Have a good night.